getting, as we say, the receiver legs up under. It's a little bit more running than I guess he was accustomed to, but he's coming along.
They kind of stand out to you watching film on the San José State defensive backs.
You know, they play hard, and then you know they're very disciplined in what they do as a defense. You know, I compliment their whole defensive staff. I mean, those guys they fly and strain to the ball. You know, the stuff that we've seen off film. Obviously, they're gonna have a couple of new pieces, and you know we'll have to figure that out as the game progresses. But I mean, from what they show on film, they're gonna be a team that's not gonna be intimidated by walking into the Coliseum. I think that speaks volumes if you go back and look at their history, what happened in the Auburn game, and you know I don't see them coming in here being intimidated as well. You know, that's a team that has won their conference the last couple of years, so I mean we definitely have to come ready to work Saturday night.
How many receivers do you think might touch the ball?
That's a Caleb question. I hope all of them touch the ball, but you know
touch the field.
Well, I mean, in the game plan, you know, we plan on playing a lot of people, so you know, hopefully those guys will get an opportunity to shine and show you guys what we've been able to see for the last couple of weeks.
How did the freshmen kind of factor Zach Rash, I should say,
you know, all of the young guys have you know exceeded expectations as far as what we've seen in the camp. You know, like the previous question, all of those guys will, you know, hopefully be given an opportunity to showcase what they can do and showcase why they earned the right to come play at this historic university.
As a coach, you know, with all the excitement surrounding this season, how important is it to kind of keep the squad or your guys focused, taking it week by week?
I mean, I'm one of those guys that I never really venture outside of my little world of the game and of this team. So the excitement has been there since day one. You know, getting the guys to come here and being able to have a chance to work with them. So I mean, I'm more focused on the day-to-day grind and the small details of what we got to do to make the 11 part of the offense roll. So
when you do have so many options out there, what's your message to the guys about making the most of them when they are on the field?
Well, we talk about it all the time. I mean, all of those guys have the capability of scoring, you know, on any given route, any time they get the ball. So my advice to them is, if you want to get a touchdown, you better work to score every time you touch it, because who knows when the next time you're gonna get it.
We talked to Vinny Day about Brendan, kind of carrying up how he finished last season. What have you seen this camp? You know,
he's had a very impressive camp. He's had an impressive camp. Kyron Ware-Hudson has had an impressive camp, and so is you know that list goes on and on. So is Mario, so is Taj, so is you know all of the freshmen have had their moments where they really rose to the occasion, as well as Mike Jackson and Dorian Singer. So I mean, having the talent put out there to put out on the field is not something that we're necessarily worried about. It's just going out there with the right mentality and ready to execute and play hard every play.
Two more.
I think Mario mentioned, I think it was Mario said recently that he thinks USC is going to have the best receiver in the nation this year. Is that something that you agree with in general?
Well, I mean, we better. That's what we work every day for. And it's not just being the best when you have the ball. It's being the best and blocking for your buddy when you don't. So I mean, that's something that we're constantly preaching every day. And the fortunate thing about the guys that we have here, they're a close-knit group, so they don't just want to play for themselves. They want to play with each other. And we've had opportunities of seeing that displayed out on the practice field thus far throughout camp.
There are a couple guys that got a lot of credit for blocking really well last year. Do you feel like the young guys have come in and really picked that up, seeing the example that the older guys are setting?
Well, I think the older guys have set the tone on that, and made the younger guys understand that's a part of the standard here. If you don't block, you won't play. So it's really that simple. And I think all of those guys, young and old, want to get on the field. And as I answered the question earlier, everybody that touched the ball wants to maximize their opportunities as far as yards after catch. So everyone understands that, hey, we got to block for each other. So it's part of it.